Welcome to Sugosha Media Private Limited. Sugosha Media Private Limited presents a daily dose of aerospace and defense news from India and the world. I am your host Shanti Kuber, presenting you the news for today. The headlines: Indian Army and EEL signed deal for over 450 made in India Nagastra 1 attack drones. Indo-Russian venture BrahMos Aerospace is in talks with Indonesia to sell the supersonic cruise missile. BAE Systems and Rithik AS to produce two new CV-90 variants for Swedish Army. BAE Systems receives first ECRS Mk2 radar for UK Typhoon fleet from Leonardo. Germany and Israel in advanced talks for sale of Arrow 3 hypersonic anti-missile system. Australia to scale back spending on infantry fighting vehicles in major defense overhaul. The news in detail. In a major success for Make in India in defense, the Indian Army has signed a deal for acquiring over 450 fully indigenous loitering munitions Nagastra 1, which can strike enemy targets with precision. The deal has been signed under the emergency provisions under which the drone will have to be supplied to the Army within 1 year. The emergency procurement deals can be worth up to Rs 300 crores. The deal has been signed with indigenous firm Economic Explosives Limited, Nagpur, which has manufactured the loitering munitions which can carry out surveillance up to 15-kilometer range and also strike targets with their warhead. The Indo-Russian venture BrahMos Aerospace is in talks with Indonesia to sell the supersonic cruise missile for an estimated $200 million deal. BrahMos is targeting exports worth $2 billion by the end of 2024. It will lead the way in achieving India's defense export target of $5 billion. In the global news, BAE Systems and Rithik AS to produce two new CV-90 variants for Swedish Army. BAE Systems has signed a contract with Norwegian company Rithik AS to produce two new CV-90 variants for the Swedish Armed Forces. The work will be carried out in cooperation with BAE Systems Hägglunds, the designer and producer of the CV-90 family of vehicles. BAE Systems has received a prototype ECRS Mk2 European Common Radar System Mk2 from Leonardo, marking the latest milestone in the ongoing development program for the UK Typhoon fleet. The radar will now undergo integration work and ground-based testing in preparation for its first flight tests on board the Eurofighter Typhoon next year. This will take place at BAE Systems Flight Testing Facility in Lancashire, United Kingdom. The ECRS Mk2 features an innovative multifunctional array that can perform both traditional radar functions such as search and targeting as well as electronic warfare tasks. This means that Eurofighter Typhoon will be able to locate and deny use of an adversary's radar with a powerful electronic jamming attack, whilst staying beyond the reach of threats. Israel's defense ministry has begun talks to sell an advanced missile defense system to Germany. Israel has long close economic and military ties with Western European countries. The announcement came 2 weeks after Israel said it was selling another missile defense system to NATO's newest member, Finland. Arrow 3 is an exo-atmospheric anti-ballistic missile defense system jointly developed and produced by Israel and the US for long-range threat engagement. The Arrow 3 interceptor was co-developed by Boeing and Israel Aerospace Industries (MLM) division. It is part of Israel's Arrow weapon system, a standalone anti-tactical ballistic missile defense system. Australia to dramatically scale back spending on infantry fighting vehicles in major defense overhaul. The move comes aims to free up funding for the government to accelerate and expand other projects. The government is likely to accelerate and expand numerous other projects, including a land based anti ship missile system and new landing craft for the Army. That's all the news for today. Thank you and have a great day.